known to mankind, okay? Okay, so here's just a presentation, objective. You know, you typically tell people what you're going to do, you do it. There's the P90. What they do, they took a picture like everybody else. They took equipment, you know. I mean, you know, so but there's the boiling point of ethanol. Guys, the boiling point of ethanol is 173 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So, step-by-step procedure. It's a little bit complex. I'm going to show the simple one. Things we learned. You need to tell me what you learned, what you didn't learn, what works, doesn't work well, and that's about it. Okay. Oh. I mean, you know, and hopefully make me some alcohol. Okay. I mean, you know, what is it? That was like 6 slides. Okay. Wait to see the other one. The other one's totally different now. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at this one. Now the Shell guys did this. They were offshore, had lots of friggin' time. Okay. And they did all this animation, and I had no idea how to do this, but this is the one I really, you know, this is I find. And basically, back when they used to do recycle. We're not going to do recycle. Okay. So let's get this working. This actually, this is animated from the beginning, and all you need to do is their first 8 steps. You know, they got this fancy stuff here. Then they got, let's see what this is. When they label the equipment, safety first. That's important in Shell. There's the same. Everybody's taking that. You know, nobody's. You know, but you need to practice what. I thought that was. Now, is that something you get out of one of the drawings or something?
It's if you look up the piece of.
Okay, so I mean that's you need to know where all that stuff is. That's a good drawing. Now here's what's unique. It actually animates. And all you're doing is putting 5 gallons of stuff in there, and then you're putting it into the other one, and you're heating it. And you sit there and recycle it and heat it, and you're trying to keep 50% in both of them. And that's all you're doing, okay? It stopped. Anyway, God knows why it stopped. Anyway, then you keep going, and when you get to a certain temperature, you change this valve, and you send it to the feed heat exchanger, turn that on, and whatever. I've got some steps on this. So all you do is change that 3-way valve, you know, and then vapors come over and you're done. Once you get a little liquid in there, you're done. What we're no longer doing anymore is going on to the next step, because people burn out my heat exchanger. You know, and that's like when you get to this, that's why that thing got melted down there. We don't do this. Once I get liquid in that thing, we're cutting it off. So the same way all his procedures. Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, one group's done this in the last 5 years, so I have no idea how to do that. I'm in 0. So, okay, for example, starting procedure, they misspelled starting. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, I mean, that's crazy. Okay, but there's step 1. Plug that sucker in. And when you get through, unplug it. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, make sure all the valves are closed. Safety stuff. Okay, you guys writing this stuff down? I mean, you know this already? Okay. I'm just making sure. I don't have a 50-50 mixture, do I? No. Make sure you put the right mixture in. It's like 14%, whatever it is. You're not distilling 50-50. They probably didn't either. Okay, they copied the friggin' book. Yeah. So what you're trying to do is do a little bit better than they did. I don't expect animations. You know, I mean, I just do the procedures. Write down what you found, what you learned, anything that's broken on there. I mean, it's, you know, charged mixture. Okay, you're filling up the 5 gallons over there. Okay, and that's step 4. Start bottom pump and feed pump at low speeds. They're showing you where. You guys know that already? I'm sorry, you know this or not? That's what you're supposed to figure out. If you need, I'd write these statements down, you know. And if you need to look at this again, come look at it again, okay? Because we're going to run it next week, and that's all I'm going to do next week. I'll be through these 2 groups next week. So we'll run that. As soon as you guys get here, we'll charge it and start running it. You need 4 gallons of water and 1 gallon of 70%. So we can look at this again next week and whatever. So open recycle valve. Boiler and feed chamber should recirculate. Set boiler temperature 180 degrees. There's the boiler heater. Okay. That's why you only, once temperature reaches 180, shut off flow should start. You should remove the tray 5 and turn on the heater to 200 degrees. And when we make liquid, we're done. That's it. Because what I don't want is to go on past this. What is it? I don't go past 8 anymore. Okay. Does that make sense? Yep. You got enough information for today?
So we're gonna stop at 10, we're not gonna do 11 and 12?
No,
We actually
we're not
start
Stop
right-
at 8.
We're gonna stop at 8.
Oh, we're gonna stop at 8.
Because once stuff comes over, this liquid in there, all this other is sitting it back in the column, turning on the heater and causing all kind of trouble, so. Well, yeah. Anyway, so that's all we're doing. Is that enough? Enough presentation? Oh, see, they wrote procedure, they wrote a procedure, they got things we learned, now that's what you're not supposed to be doing.